Hi guys, my name is Victor. Welcome to the channel. Today I will show you 5 tricks you can do with AI on Photoshop. First, we're going to use the polygonal lasso tool to select the tooth area. This is one of the ways in which you could use generative fill AI on Photoshop. You select the area, then you fill it up, you generate. Then in a matter of seconds, AI helps you to fill up the tooth area. As you can see, we have different variations of the tooths on the right. You can select the one that matches what your desired results, and if you haven't found any, you can always generate more. Another way that we can use the generative fill on Photoshop is to extend images. Sometimes we might have images where some parts of the body is cut. So all we're going to use is just use the crop to stretch the image, then generate, expand. In a matter of seconds, the image is going to be stretched, and we would have different variations of that image. So most times you no longer need to manually try to manipulate anymore. You could just extend the image using the crop tool, and if you want to check out the different variations, you can see it on the right side. You can also try to extend a little more if you're not satisfied with the um, image that has been generated. You could extend downwards as well, regardless of any of the angles. You could always extend the images. In a matter of seconds, would also see that image extended. Who sometimes it's not always as accurate, but the good side is you have different variations of that image, so you could always check and see whichever matches your desired result. And if you can't find anyone that matches your desired result, you can always try to generate more images as well. The third way in which we could use the generative fill on Photoshop is simply to add maybe a mustache or a beard. We're going to be using the lasso tool to just try to select an area of his face that we want to add the beards to. So I'm just going to be drawing the shape around this. I know it's not perfect, but I'm just trying to show you what is really achievable and what's possible with generative AI on Photoshop. So we generate, then in a matter of seconds we should be able to see a result on that image. So yeah, that's the image. We can see that we've been able to give him a mustache. There are different variations of such mustache, depending on whichever fashion we prefer, and we could always generate more images as well if we're not satisfied with any of those images. The fourth way in which we could use generative AI is to sort of get rid of excess air, or to adjust the airline on any image. Before, like, the introduction of generative AI in Photoshop, this used to be a very huge headache for most designers, having to get rid of air or adjust the air. For anyone who crops images or who does image manipulation, you do that. One of the most annoying parts of the body to manipulate is actually the air, but having to see that we now have an AI tool that can help us basically just adjust that to our preferences is really game changer. So what we're just doing is using the lasso tool to try to draw a shape around the airline, and we're just going to generate, and hopefully we'll be able to get rid of some of just excess air around our hair. Yep, I think this looks great. It's not exactly perfect, but it's a lot better from where it was initially, and we can always generate more images depending on what we want, and get the perfect variation of that image as well. So the fifth way that we could use generative AI is to change the sky or the background. As you can see, we have an image here, and what we're going to do is basically try to change the sky to something more different. So as you can see, we have like a river. We could play around with that as well. We could adjust maybe the trees, add a little more green, but for the focus of this video, I'm just going to be changing the skyline. So I'm using the polygonal lasso tool to just try to create like a shape around where I want to adjust. So once I'm done adjusting, I'll type in my prompt and wait a couple of seconds for the AI to do its magic. And there you go. We have 3 variations of this image. So we'll just look around and see whichever best suits our need. And if we are unable to find any image that suits our needs, we can always generate more. Thank you guys for watching. Those are 5 ways we could use generative AI on Photoshop for image manipulation. See you in the next one.